data type of R. So just like your C++, there are different data types. Here also we have different data types. So the first data type is categorized into numeric data type. Set of all real number is called numeric data type. Okay. So inside the numeric data type, we have different type of data type, which is definitely the numeric one. And here always it will be stored in the form of double. Now second one is the integer one. Here we have a set of all integer. Okay, then we have the logical data type, which is definitely true and false. Then we have the complex data type, which will take the complex number where we have the real part and the imaginary part. So two parts are there. Then we have the character type, where it will take different type of character into the data type. Okay, so these are the basic data type we have. Now let's talk about one by one all those data type. First is the numeric data type. So here the decimal value are called numeric in R. It is the default data type for number in R. If you assign a decimal value to the variable x as follows, as x will be numeric type. Okay. Even if an integer is assigned to a variable, it is still being same as a numeric value. Now here, if you see the program, you can understand it. Now, if you'll see, we have a variable x where we have given 5.6. Then what we do is, so definitely a variable has been created after that. So a variable called 5.6. So I'll just remove other variables and I just clear this particular console. Yeah. Now again, I'll run it. So x is 5.6. So a value has been assigned to 5.6. Now we'll run the class of it. So what is, in which class it belongs to? Okay. So in which class it belongs? It belongs to the numeric class, right? So it belongs to the numeric class here because it comes into the category of numeric data type. Now, what is a type of it? What is type of it? So here it will take the type as double type. It will take a type as double type. So if you have a numeric data type, it will always be the type of double. Now, if instead of 5.6, I'll write 5. So you'll wonder that this particular 5 is right now an integer one. But now, if you'll again run this particular command, so you'll find that it is still belongs to the numeric class. And the data type also, it is the numeric one. And you want to print the value of x, then it will be that 5 only. Okay. So even if you are putting an integer in your sense, but the R interpreter could not understand that this is an integer. It always take any numeric value as numeric one or number as numeric one, whether it is a whole number or fractional number. Now, in this numeric data type, we have, so it is saying that when R store a number in a variable, it convert the number into double or a decimal type with at least 2 decimal places. This means that Value such as 5 here is stored as 5.00 with a type of double and a class of numeric, and also y is not an integer here can be confirmed with the isInteger function. Now there is a function called isInteger which will ask the variable whether it is integer or not. Now here that we understood, like if we provide the value as 5, like here, value as 5, even though we are getting the numeric and the type is double, right? It is not an integer type. Now when I use, and when I print this is integer function, and I'll put the value x there. So I'll ask like x is an integer or not, right? So because x is a double type, so definitely it will give you the value as false. It is not an integer. It is not an integer. And when I say is numeric, okay. Is it okay? No spelling mistake. Is numeric. So if I'll say is numeric, yes, it is a numeric one. So it will give you true. So it is for the integer. If I'm asking the value, it is giving me false. For the numeric, if I'm asking, yeah, it is giving me the value as true. So I think you understood the numeric data type. Now, the questions comes in your mind. Let's say if we have an integer, so what we have to do for that? So for that, what you have to do is you have to put the, or you have to tell the compiler that it is a numeric value. So what you do for that? You will use a capital L here. So x is equals to 5L. It means that now x is a integer type. Now x is a integer type. When I print the class of the integer, it will be of integer type. See, now it is an integer type. What is the type of it? So it will take it as a integer. It will not be a double. Now, if I'll say is an integer, so the answer will be true. Yes, it is an integer. Answer will be true. So if you are giving any integer, so make sure that you put capital at very last of that particular number or the value that you are giving to the variable. R has logical data type that take either the value true or false. A logical value is often created via a comparison between the variable. Now, the next data type is called logical data type. In the logical data type, so logical data type, we have two, right? True or false. So let's say we have a numeric value x and numeric value y. We do the comparison, x is greater than y. It will give the value like x is greater than y, yes. So z will be given the value true. Now when I print the value of z, it will give me true. And what class that z will be belongs to, because it is getting the true, so it belongs to the logical data type, and the type is also logical. So let's run this at once. Now you'll see it is printing the value of z. So the print value is true. Now which class it belongs to? It belongs to the logical class. What is a type is logical. Okay. You can especially you can give some values to it if you want. Like I want, let's say, Z as false. One more thing you have to take care is this R is a case sensitive language. So you have to make sure that you are using the desired font case. So it is a uppercase or it is a lower case that you have to remember. So when I say Z is a false, so if I'll run it, so it will give me the value, what value it has. Z is a false, and the class it belongs to is logical, and the type is also logical. Okay. Let me see whether we can do like this and this, and I'll print the value here. So I print the value of X and the value of Y. Now let's run this. Yeah. So in the small form, if you don't want to write true and you don't want to write false, so you can write in that particular way, capital T and capital F. So if you're writing it, X is getting true, Y is getting false, and Z is getting false. So this is your logical data type that we have in R. Then we have another data type which is called complex data type. Now here we can also handle the complex numbers in R. And we know that the complex number consists of two parts. One is the real number, another part is the imaginary part. So we write like this, which is written here. X equal to 4 plus 3i. I is nothing but iota, right? 4 plus 3 iota. So here 4 is your real number and 3 is your imaginary part. So the same thing we can use it here. Let's say I'm giving some value here, the same value if I'll put 3 plus 4 plus 3i, right? So it will become a complex data type. Okay. Now let's run this. So the value it is having is 4 plus 3i. Class is complex and data type is also complex. So you see what it is giving me. It is a complex number that it is taking. Now the next data type is your character data type, right? So R supports character data type, and where you have all the alphabets and special characters. It stores character, value, or a string. So let's say if you are giving one character, it will take it as a character. And if you're giving two or more character at a time, means if you are giving string to it, then it will also take as a character class. Okay. String in R can contain alphabet, number, and symbol. So it might be the combination of it, like like in our institute we have a roll number is a alphanumeric numbers, right? Start with B and then year of the admission, and then there is a branch code, and then there is a roll number. So in that way the roll number has been printed. So it is of a string with the combination of alphabet, numbers, as well as we can put some different symbols also in the string. The easiest way to denote that a value is of character type in R is to wrap the value inside single or double inverted comma. So we can use a double quote. Generally, we use double quote for the character data type. Okay. So let's take this again as the character and we'll put some values there. So let's say I'm putting a character. Let's say I'll put A as a character. So let's see what is giving here. Now it is giving the value it has, the class it belongs is character, and data type is character. Now, if I'll change one character to, let's say, like this, then what it is going to print. Let me clear this. Yeah. Now, it is going to print the value that it has triple BH. Class, it belongs to the character. And here, type is also character. So even if you have given the string, it is taking as a character. The character also it will take as a character, and a string also it will take as a character. So this is your another data type in R. Now there is another data type which is not listed here, is called raw data type. Okay. Raw data type is very rarely used data type. That's why it has not included here. So I'm just writing its name so that if you want, you can refer it later on. Okay, raw is another data type that we'll use. Okay, let's find out the data type of an object. So whenever we got the variable, and that variable data type we don't know about, then we'll use the class function to find out its data type. Okay, so the class will give me its data type name. That all we have seen in the examples. How we can verify the data? So we have is and the data type and the object. So is integer, is numeric, is character, is complex. In that way, we can find out whether that is belongs to that particular class or not. So if I want to see its class, so it will be like is character or not, right? So because it is a character, so definitely it will give me the value as true. It is giving me the value as true. I want to find out whether the Z is a complex. No, definitely it is not a complex, right? So it will give me false. So that is how we can verify which particular class a variable will belongs to. So if I want to verify whether it is a complex or whether it's a character, whether it's an integer or not, so is dot the data type function will help you on that. Now the next is the conversion of one data type to another data type. So if I want to convert one data type to another data type, I can do it. So how I can do it? I'll use the keyword as, then dot operator, and the data type which I want to change, and the object. So whether that object is belongs to, let's say, data type A, but I am written here data type. So it will convert this A to the data type that I have written. So let's see this particular example, which is written here. It is written like we are going to print as numeric true. Now true, we are converting it to numeric. Complex. So integer, we are converting into complex. Logical, 10.5 will be converted into logical type. Then we have the complex value. We want to connect it to the character type. Then there is a date short of, means it is a character class. It is a string, belongs to the character class. We want to convert into numeric. So all those things are possible, or if it is not possible. So the last one is not possible. Rest of the thing is possible. So let's run this. You see, the true has been converted to numeric and it is printed as 1. So generally true we take as a 1, and false we take it as a 0. Now complex, integer 3 we want to convert into complex. So 3 will take it as an imaginary part, a real part, and 0 iota will be taken as a imaginary part. So it is my complex. It has been converted into complex. Now 10.5 is a numeric. We want to convert into logic. So anything other than 0 will be taken as a true. So true will be the output for converting 10.5 to logical data. Now 1 plus 2y, it want to convert into character. So even though it is starting from numeric and we have the plus operator here, it will take all things as a character. So 1 plus 2i, it will take as a character. Now the next is a character we have given in the form of a string, and we want to convert it to numeric. Now the output it is saying is NA, not applicable. Why it is not applicable? Because these are not all numeric value. If it is all numeric value, it might be changed to numeric. So let's take an example where it can do. Let's say I don't have this special symbol here, and we have this as a string and we want to convert it to numeric. So now it is converting into numeric without any issue. Okay. Even though in between I got any of the characters, then also it cannot convert it. It's not possible to convert it, right? Because we got a character in between. So I hope you understood. The same thing will happen to the integer. I want to convert this into integer. Right. Could not find, okay. It is also say NA, not going to convert it. If we have all numeric, then it will convert into integer. So I hope this is clear to all of you that how it is working.